What's up, guys? Welcome to your Bitcoin update. We're going to be taking a look at a lot of stuff here. We're going to be taking a look at the Dow Jones, the DXY, gold, and silver also, so stick around for the whole video. I do believe we're going to see a massive move soon. Definitely stick around. We'll look at what areas to watch for. Don't forget, we have a free Discord group in the description below the video. It's totally free. Check it out. It's an awesome community. Let's get into it. Make sure you scroll down, smash that like button, subscribe, and tick that notification bell. All right, guys, as always, this is not financial advice, not trading advice, nor is it investment advice. Don't forget, we do a free Ledger Nano S hard wallet giveaway. We do that every Monday, so we'll be doing that at the end of the video. Make sure you stick around. All you have to do to enter to win next week's is make sure you subscribe to the channel, tick the notification bell, smash that thumbs up, and leave your comment down below. I'll pick a random comment from a random video throughout the week. All right. So this is the count we've been watching. This as a possible 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would get us up to that $62,000 to $63,000 area. Now, what I've been expecting and I'm still leaning towards is at least an ABC correction, and that would lead us down to about the 51.5 area. And once, if we cross this 52.7, that would validate the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 count. So the other thing we have to watch for is we could go much further than the 51 if we don't get a bounce here. If we put the Fibonacci retracements on this, and again, we'll be taking a deeper look. We're going to look at the triangle also, but first we're going to look at this. So that would get us to the 51. That would be a 1-to-1 extension. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me move it over a little bit. So that would be a 1-to-1 extension at the 51.5. That would make for an ABC. Now, if we break below that, the next stop is going to be around the $46,000 range. And that would make it a 1, 2, 3. And then we could expect another move up and then one more move down. Remember this bottom trend line. We need to stay above this. So as long as we get a bounce, if we do hit this bottom trend line on this big rising broadening wedge, we are still bullish. Once we break below this, then I think Bitcoin could be in serious trouble. We have a few targets we're going to look at, and let's take a look at the triangle. So here's the triangle. If you guys remember, we were watching this as an inverse head and shoulders. We had a measured move that got us up to that 62.7 range, and that would be the wave 5 of a wave 5 count. That's why it's still in the cards right now, at least to there. But if we look at the, and as you can see in the RSI, we had this rising broadening wedge that we broke out of. We tested it twice and got rejected. As of right now, we're getting support on the 55 EMA. As you guys know, I like my EMAs. So let's look at it as a triangle now. So what happens? We can move this over. So looking around that 59, if we cross that 59,200, basically if we break this high over here at 60,100, then I'd be looking for that target of the between 62 and 63. Now, a lot of times in Bitcoin, you can get a big spike up, and then, you know, it could make it look like it's breaking out, go up, hit that 62 or 63 when people are looking for the higher ranges, and get a quick wick down. So be cautious, be aware. And it can also happen coming down. We could come down and get a bounce off of this trend line from the inverse head and shoulders, and that would be around the 54.5 range. We also have the 200 EMA down here, which is right at our invalidation point of the wave 1 here. So keep in mind, I do think we're still headed towards the B, or I'm sorry, ABC. I think we're still headed towards that 51 area at least, possibly much lower. Now let's take some measured moves of this triangle. Let me get the art, get that all off there. All right, so let's take a measured move of this triangle. If we go from the widest point of the triangle, and that would get us, let me stretch this out a little bit, and we'll take our measured moves. You take the widest point of the triangle and to where it could possibly break out. So let's go right in this range. That would get us a target just of the triangle right around $68,000. Now, the bearish case, if we break down, and this bottom of this is going to be around the 56,000 range. If we break the 56, we can look for possibly, this gets us down to right around that 46, which would make this a wave 1, 2, 3, which would match up with what I was saying. We would get a wave 3 all the way down to this area, bounce back up to possibly 50,000 to 52,000, then get one more wave down. Remember, as long as we don't cross this bottom trend line, we could still be bullish and still get one more leg up. Now, there's a couple more higher targets up here, as you can see, and we're going to take a look at those. Looking at this, let's get this measured move here. Looking at this whole thing as a flag pull, and this being the bull flag, that would give us a massive target of 72,000, which could get us up to the top of this trend line. Now, both of these trend lines are extremely important on the rising broadening wedge. I know you're not going to want to hear it, but if we do cross below this, then it's going to be pretty ugly for Bitcoin. There's a measured move all the way down to around the 17,000. Now, in the other case, if we break up past that top trend line, we could be looking at that $100,000 Bitcoin that everybody's talking about. But there's still no confirmation here. We don't know what's going on yet. This does look like it's breaking down in the 4-hour. As of the time of making this video, we are dropping below that 55 EMA. So watch for a break of that 56,000 range, and then you can, most likely, we're going to be looking for about the $51,000 range. I've been talking about this forever if you've been watching the videos. So that's what I'm looking at. And obviously another pick of the triangle. And let's go to the daily. This is the funding rate. Our funding rate is still just barely favoring the bears here, but that can change in an instant. Like I said, this triangle is extremely important right now. I'm still looking to the downside, but anything could happen. Bitcoin doesn't have to do what I think, but the count makes sense. If we look back here, the ABC makes a lot more sense than the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, looking at the Dow Jones. This is the 100-year trend line. As you can see, there's and this is on the monthly. There's massive bearish divergence here. If we zoom in and look at this 100-year trend line, the last time we tagged it up here, or the first time, was 1929. We did it again in 99, and we are touching it again now. If we go into the daily, and as you can see, we talked about this last week. We did wick through it. And if you watch my video from that day, I explained that that would probably happen, wick through it, and then get rejection. So a lot's going to depend on what the traditional markets do here today. As much as people like to believe that Bitcoin's not correlated, it is. And when there are market crashes, which is possibly what could be happening soon, unless we get above this trend line, and as of right now, it's about 33,100, and we start opening and closing dailies on it, then the Dow could continue up. But the only thing that rises when all the other markets crash is the dollar. And we're going to talk about the dollar real quick. We've been watching this fractal on the dollar play out beautifully. As of right now, we're at around 91.8. Our 55 EMA is at 92.23. Once we break above this, get support on it, I think it's a year-long bull run at least for the dollar. And the dollar's not like Bitcoin. It's not going to be shooting up to space. As you can see, last time we broke out of this triangle over here, it was a nice steady rise. I think we'll see the same thing. As you can see, the fractal is also showing the exact same in the MACD. Also down here in the RSI, we had the wedge, broke out, came back down, tested it for support, and are continuing up from here. I'm extremely bullish on the dollar over the next year unless we break its low here, which I don't see happening anytime soon. And this is the dollar. The green chart on top of Bitcoin is the dollar. Every time the dollar bottoms on this trend line, as you can see, Bitcoin is at or near its top. Every time the dollar tops, Bitcoin is at or near its bottom. So I do believe the dollar, if it does have its run here, it's going to give a massive buy sign. And like I said, that could be in a year or so. Bitcoin could come down. Again, we have to see what happens with this triangle. And let's take a look at gold. Gold, we still have our target of 1650. If that breaks, it gets ugly. If you guys been watching, you know I've had this chart since November. Our first target was 1736, and I said if we broke that, we would be going down to 1650, and we came up. This is acting as resistance now. I still have this at 1650. If that breaks, it could get really ugly for gold. Could get down to the, let's see where this is. If this is a wave 1, 2, like in Bitcoin, then we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this breaks, we come back down to the 1450 range. But as of right now, I'm still looking for the 1650. And then if we take a look at silver, our target is between $20 and $21. We broke out of this rising channel, which is still playing out beautifully. We came up, tested it a little bit, but still continuing down. All right. Don't forget to check out my wife's webpage, anchorimage.com. There are links below in the video. And if you guys are interested in trading, I'm also going to leave a tutorial for Prime XBT. I made a new tutorial yesterday, but it got kind of screwed up, so I took it off. I will be releasing that rate later on today. It goes through all the different stuff in Prime XBT. It goes through the turbo. There's co-vesting, all kinds of different stuff. You'll definitely want to check it out. So make sure your notification bell is ticked. All right, let's generate a number 2. We'll go over to my YouTube channel. If you want to check out my YouTube channel, I have a bunch of tutorial videos down here when you first open it. Check them out, really helpful. And let's pull up the videos. We'll go to the second video, which was right here. We're going to copy that link address. Did I copy it? Yes. Okay. We're going to go over and put it in the random comment picker. And guys, don't forget, in the comment section below, my name is highlighted. If it's not highlighted, it's just a scammer. I'm not going to tell you to contact nobody on WhatsApp. I'm not going to tell you to talk to my broker, none of that stuff. If you guys see that down there in the comments, please, 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 if you click on it and hit report, there's 3 little dots on the side. You hit it and then you hit report. Let's try to get those guys. They're doing it to all the YouTubers, and I can't believe that YouTube will let someone copy a YouTuber's name and do that stuff and let them scam. So be careful. Let's get the comments. Oh, it said I entered the wrong address. Let's try this again. Well, I might have to take that one off there first, it looks like. Let me see. No, that should be the address. Let me go back over here and recopy it. Copy the link address. Go into the random comment. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what's going on here. There we go. Get YouTube comments. And go over to the random comment picker. And the winner is Officer Farva. You won the Ledger Nano S. Get a hold of me. Contact me. I'll verify it's you, get your address, and get it sent out to you. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Don't forget to subscribe by clicking the CryptoSavvy logo above my head. Smash that like button. Leave your comments below. And check out the videos I'll leave up here. And yeah, take it easy. I will see you all later.